Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing something different. Today we are joining forces with MrBeast and Mark Rober in a huge campaign launching on the 29th of October called Team Seas. So if you're new here, we often do a wildlife walk where we go a certain route and see what wildlife we find, but today we're doing a litter walk. We're doing exactly the same route as normal, but we're picking litter the entire way. Why are we doing this? Well, I'm not at the sea, as you can see. I'm inland, but all of the litter that goes into the water, into the rivers, the oceans, the canals, which is where lots of the walk will be on a canal, that all gets washed into the ocean. So the more we can intercept now, the less gets into the ocean. Now, you may remember 2 years ago, there was a huge campaign called Team Trees. This was also led by MrBeast and Mark Rober, and thousands of other creators are also getting involved in these campaigns. And the aim for Team Trees was to get $20 million to plant 20 million trees, and we smashed it 2 years ago. So this time we're coming back bigger and better. We're going $30 million for 30 million pounds of trash removed from the ocean. So throughout this video I'm going to be finding litter, collecting it and getting rid of it in a responsible way. And I'm going to bring you with me. I'll also explain about the campaign and what impact the litter is having on the oceans and the general environment throughout the video. There's a link in the description to teamseas.org where you can go and donate to this campaign if you want to. It's great to get involved and it doesn't require much effort. You can just go, donate, and for every dollar you donate, £1 of plastic will be removed from the ocean. Now, I will show you the conversions here. $1 equals 73 pence in Britain. Obviously, we're slightly different to America here. And £1 equals 0.45 kilograms. So approximately every £1.50 donated will remove 1 kilogram of plastic from the oceans. So I'm gonna go and get on with the walk and we'll see what we find. It's a very windy day. I'm just going to tell you that now. The bag is going to be blowing around, so I'm sorry about the noise, but we have found our first piece of plastic. Here we have a blue plastic tube. Now, this is just found on a gravel path, but if it rains, it's very lightweight. It could get caught up in the rain and be washed into the rivers and then into the ocean. So this is our first piece of plastic to go in the bag. And our second piece of plastic has been found. Now this is a larger bit of plastic and it's quite tough plastic. Now I'm not sure what type of plastic it is, I'm not an expert, but I know that it does not belong on the ground, in the rivers or the ocean. So we're going to pick this up. Now every time I find a piece of plastic I'm going to take a photo of it, where it lies, and then at the end of the video I will collage them all together so we can see every single piece of plastic that we've picked up in this walk. I'm not necessarily going to tell you every time I pick up a piece of plastic, or this could be a very long video, but I will definitely take photos, and if there's anything significant, I will talk to you about picking up that piece of plastic and the impacts that it could have on the environment. Now we are on a farm currently, as you can see by the bales behind me, and there's this rubbish heap here. Now, I think this is used by the farmer, and most of it's wood cuttings and stuff, and you know, that's reasonable, that'll decompose. There's a can here though, and this is someone who's probably just walked past and thrown it into the rubbish heap because it looks like a rubbish heap. So this can is a very big piece of litter. It will take hundreds of years to decompose, so we're going to put this in the bag and get it recycled properly. And behind me here, we have some beautiful orange trees. That's because it is autumn. So this is another reason why we can't pollute our planet. It's so beautiful. So let's keep it clean. And we found something big. Now, this isn't single use. It's not just a single use piece of plastic or anything, but it is still trash and doesn't belong in the wild. So down here, there is a glove. Now, I would put this glove up on the fence, just so it doesn't get kicked into the litter, and then if someone wanted to collect it they could. However, it's been ripped up, maybe it's been played with by foxes or something, so unfortunately that glove is as good as gone, so it's going to have to go in the bag. And we're now on the side of a road, so again I apologise if you can't hear me, but just down here we have a pot noodle pot. Now these are a really convenient meal for us humans. We can buy it from the supermarket, add hot water and have a meal straight away. The issue is, if we then dump this on the ground, this piece of plastic is going to stay there for hundreds of years, and it can break down and go into the food chain, go into animals, and then eventually it will work its way back into our food chain. So we're going to put this into our bag. Now, currently we're living in a pandemic, as I'm sure you know, and this is a huge issue in itself. We have a disease and we're trying to combat it. The issue is we're using masks to combat it, and they're not reusable. So I have a mask here I've just found. In fact, it's tangled up. There we go. And this mask does not belong in the environment and will definitely damage the ecosystem, the animals, and it's harmful. So this mask is going to go in our bag, but if you are using reusable masks, please don't forget, COVID-19 is not the only issue. We have a planet to protect as well, so just dispose of it responsibly. And we have reached some water. Now, I've only been walking for about 10 minutes, and to be honest, I'm actually devastated about how much plastic we found. This bag is almost full, and I've only come 10 minutes, and it's about a 3-hour walk. So, you see, I do this walk at least once a week, if not more, and I've never really noticed litter before. I've done the walk, been focusing on the animals and the wildlife and the beauty of this area. And before making this video, I was honestly questioning. I was thinking, should I go out and litter pick? Because I honestly don't think there's much litter to pick. Well, I was totally wrong, because when you pay attention, there is so much litter. Now, we were just on a busy road. Sorry, my hair. It's so windy today. Ugh. So we were just on a busy road, which is where most of this came from. People drive, and as they're driving, they throw their litter out the window, which is honestly quite disgusting, but that's where most of this has come from. I don't expect to find that much out along the canal and in the wild fields, because there's not as many people, but who knows, I may have just never noticed it in the past, and there might be tons. So I'm going to keep walking and keep updating you on how much litter we find. Now here behind me we have a lock. As you can see, the water is getting stopped here so that boats can pass down the canal. Now, I was expecting to find quite a lot of plastic caught up behind this lock. Now it is opened quite frequently, so that's probably why there's not much plastic. But a good thing is that if we collect plastic from behind the locks, it means that when the clean water comes through, this part of the river downstream should be cleaner because the plastic has been caught up by the lock. So as I say, there's not any litter there today, which is good to know. It shows that it is clean. And as I say, not all rivers are dirty. The issue is that the accumulation of all the rivers going into the sea means that you get a lot of plastic going into the sea. Even if each river does a tiny amount, it will still equate to a lot. And I've been walking down the canal now for about 5 minutes and haven't found anything. As I say, it is quite clean on this canal. Now, down here, however, I found my first bits of trash. We have some tissue and we have a bottle. Now, taken some photos, so these are the first bits we found on the canal, and let's hope we don't find any more. And on the canal, we found a little bit more litter, but not too much, which is a great sign and a big thumbs up to everyone who is keeping it clean. I'm going to go and put this litter where it belongs, and I want to say it stinks. It really smells. I just thought I'd tell you that because, you know, it looks horrible, it smells, it's just not good for the environment, so let's keep it out of the water. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and also go support other creators who are joining in with the campaign Team Seas. Go visit teamseas.org for more information and to donate if you want to help collect trash from the oceans. Thanks for watching.